Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from the ECF Robes and also Vape TV. How you guys doing over there today, baby? I'm here today because we're going to be going over the mother of Addies. Yes, the mother of fucking Addies. The mother of Addies. Boom. Boom. Literally. A 26,650 dripping Addy. Yes, right here in my hands. Oofa. I tell you. We're going to be going over this. This is the Stellar in 26,650 mode. This is, however, a clone, but I don't know if you could really say it's a clone because they haven't came out with a 26,650 yet. But hey, somebody did. Fuck yeah. Hoffa, I tell you. Let's give it a freaking go, shall we? Woofa. Alright, I gotta say thanks to Taz from Quitters. He's the one that sent me this. This comes in the following box. This comes with some wick and wire. And it also comes with replacement O-rings. Oofa, isn't that freaking great, I tell you. That's a major plus because, you know, folks, man, we kind of go into major sub-ohm territory at times, and we end up melting these O-rings, or they just, like, spoil out. So that's awesome. But let's take a look at this Addy, okay? Look at the size of this thing. This is phenomenal. This is huge, I tell you. Totally huge. Yes. Let's take a look at this. And just similar to the other Stellar, the original Stellar, which I do have over here, but as you can see, it's a big difference in size. Totally big difference. This is for 26,650. Comes in gold poles. You got two negatives, one positive in the center. Okay, the seal is not exposed, so which is really good. So that way, if you're going to be doing some major sub-ohm vaping, you don't have to worry about cooking the seal. So that's very important here. I'll focus it to show you a little better. There you go. See that? So the seal is like inside, which is really good. And you got two O-rings. Okay, and as far as the resistance that you actually feel, it's pretty snugged, which is really good. Okay. And then the other O-ring, which is, as you can see, it's very easy. There is some resistance, but you can still turn it, okay, with no issues, okay? However, just a heads up, if you're used to putting in a drip tip and just lifting this piece with the drip tip, that's not going to happen here because there is some resistance with this O-ring, okay? So just to keep that in mind. So we're going to be building something special here. Absolutely. Forget about it. Let's open up the screws. And as far as the holes, as you can see, I would love to actually enlarge these holes on the poles. That would be my preference. I would like to enlarge it maybe by 2 sizes up, so that way we can fit easily. Let's say maybe if you want to put in quad coils with 22 gauge in there, it would be awesome, I think. But we're going to be doing duals 22s with Kanto. That's the project for today. That's going to be our application. So we're going to be working with this. Oofa. So what I'm going to be using is 2M size, diameter, and we're going to do about 5 wraps. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to be doing micro coils. Let's squeeze them up together. Okay. Now let's yank on it. Okay. Let's cut them out. Alright. Oofa. And we're going to be fixing that in just a bit. And the way we're going to do that is quite simply, we're going to torch it. Yes. We are so totally going to torch this. And what I'm going to be using is ceramic pliers. Just like that. See that? Just like that. Bingo. And it's done. Perfect. So that's one quick and easy way. Oofa. This thing is a little bit hot right now. So we're gonna put it on the side, let that cool off, and we're gonna start wrapping the other one. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. There we go, so it's nice and squeezed. And we repeat the process. There we go. So that, nice and simple. Insert our tool back. And as you can see, look at that. Perfect. Now we're going to insert this in, and this is what I actually recommend. The bottom one, top one, actually put in the middle. Okay, and when you put this in, what I like to do is line it up from the middle. Keep the wire in the middle parallel and just push it in. Like so. Now you can snug it in. Okay. Now what we can do is we can tighten down the negative. Okay. And leave the positive still open. There we go. Now we can snip the negative. And as you can see, stays even. Okay. Now we'll do the other side. Now we gently push this in. And the same thing as before. We're going to line up the wire into the middle. So as we push this in, I'm going to drag it. Okay. Hold it down with your thumb and yank on it from the middle. Okay, yank on the negative. Now Now you can tighten down the negative. Let's cut the wire. Okay, so now we can start tightening up the positive. Now we can cut the excess wire from the positive. And this is how she looks. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a dry burn. I'm going to mount this on my Megan Chi. Oofa. And I'm using Key Power 42s for this application. And here we go. So now what we're going to do is make sure that they fire up evenly. And as you can see, they fire up evenly. Beautiful, huh? Now, in the event that they don't fire evenly, okay, you can use a pair of pliers. It could be steel or ceramic. I prefer ceramic because on ceramic, I can just pinch it and fire it. And when I actually fire it, what happens is, see, it doesn't pop. Okay? But on a pair of pliers, it will pop if you're firing at the same time. So it's so much quicker and easier using a tool like this because you can squeeze the wraps together as it's firing and it will automatically crunch up together and it won't pop the coil. So there's nothing for me to do. I mean, it's set and it's ready. Forget about it. Now let's check the ohms. So we're at 0.10 ohms. Okay? Now this is totally safe under these conditions on the 26650 cell. This thing's pushing can go to 40 amps no problems. So just there we go. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add some wicking, baby. Forget about it. Some wicking. Oofa. So this is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be cutting this into half. And I'm going to be putting it in. And I like to use enough cotton to give me some resistance on the wraps. So I keep pulling and see right now it stops, which is good. So being that this is a pretty big deck, I'm going to cut it a little bit outside the base. See that? It's just a little bit outside, a hair outside the base. Same thing on this end. So it looks like that. Okay, just a little bit outside the base. The other half, I roll. Slide it in. Same thing. There we go. Just a little bit outside the base. So like that. See that? Now what we're going to do is we got to get some juice, man. We need some juice. And you know what's going to be, right? We're going to be pumping some cinnamon titties. Yes, cinnamon titties. Oofa. So we're going to start adding some juice. And just wet it just a little bit, just like that. And now we can actually start positioning the cotton. And I like to position it right underneath the wraps, which I'll show you in a second. Add some more. Okay. Right. Oofa! Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so we're ready to vape this thing. Forget about it. So here it is. It's on my Chi Megan 26650. Okay? And look at that. Woo! Woo! Baby, this is like chimney smoke right here. Forget about it. Oofa! Add some more juice. Now we're going to be giving this baby a vape. Now we need a massive drip tip. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't she beautiful? Look at this. Gorgeous, I tell you. Gorgeous. Guys, I tell you, this thing is hitting like a truck, man, right now. Holy shit. Totally insane. Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I put a good 10 drops in there. I tell you, this thing, I'm just blown away. Taz, I am fucking blown away, bro. Holy shit. Oofa. So guys, there it is, up close and personal, ba-bang, at 0.10, 26,650 cell. Everything is good. It is not hot. Again, this thing will take up to 40 amps by paper, but it will go about 42 amps. And I'm not even using 30 amps, for crying out loud. So I'm well within the actual measures as far as drop load and voltages go. This is just insane. Ideally insane. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Live hard, baby, and vape hard. Oofa.